inching closer and closer to the finals. It's a Florida affair. Welcome back to the CFT for NCAA13. I'm that other guy. I'm alongside here with Brownsville Gamer.
And I'm very excited to be along with all of you. I appreciate that all of you are watching and tuning in as we narrow down to our national champion of the CFT for NCAA13 for Xbox 360. It's a Florida affair, as we said, as Florida State, 8th in the country, going up against the 25th in the country, Florida. And they're pretty close in terms of their seeding order. It's Florida that's in second seed position versus Florida State that is third. How do you feel about this matchup?
Well, like I said, Florida's defense has been the reason why they've gotten this far. I mean, they have been just going crazy throughout this tournament, and they could be the favorites to win it all the way they've been playing. They're playing FSU, one of the top teams in the country and AP polls. But, you know, they've made it this far here. These teams are not to be reckoned with. They're seeing who's going to make the first mistake.
And right now, the halfback wasn't able to do much with that, and that's a quick 3 and out. Florida, 4-1 in the prelims. They're second. And right now, Florida State, they're going to be able to play on offense. They'll have their first drive.
And it's going to be a sack.
And right here, Florida State, they're 3-2, the third seed going into the tournament. Their key wins features Ohio 54-9 at home. Notre Dame, close one, but a good defeat, 24-10 at home. And then they went away to Louisiana Tech, 51-10 with a crazy big win. And speaking of a big one, that was a big hit by Florida, number 73. And the halfback, I'm not sure if he gained much. He only gained about 8, an 8-yard reception, making it 30-6. And right now, Florida's trying to get a very key stop. Here we go. I see the blitz, and number 3 is able to run away with it.
Oh, the ball's out!
The ball is loose.
And Florida gets it back.
They're going to get the ball back.
Once again, their defense, this is why I tell them about their defense. This is the reason why they're where they are right now. They're one game away.
And speaking of Florida, key wins. USC, which is the number 1 team going into the tournament, they defeated them in the first round.
Oh my goodness, they just gave up a safety.
And Florida State will get a safety as number 12, the quarterback is sacked by number 1.
I never saw him coming.
And that is 2 points for Florida State.
Wow.
Third seed player. Florida State is trying to show how dominant they can be. And right there, they get a free opportunity to move the ball down. And they'll be playing near the 30. Quarterback number 3 floats it out. Couldn't do much with it.
He had to get rid of it because the pressure was on him. He had to get rid of it. It's a good thing he did that before taking the sack. It's now 2nd and 10.
And right here, speaking of Florida and key wins, they beat USC 19-13 at home. Arkansas State 33-3 away.
And they're going to take another sack.
And that's another sack for loss of 3. They beat Louisiana Tech 29-10 and Michigan State at home 31-6.
And they take another one.
Couldn't do much with that, and that's a quick 3 and out by Florida.
And they're chomping at the bits. Oh, the quarterback is down.
And here we are. It looks like number 4 is going to get the ball, going to run it off near the 30. Spins it out, doesn't go nowhere. In fact, goes backwards. Look like they're going to start near the 25.
Let me ask you, what do you think Florida State have to do to combat Florida's suffocating defense?
I mean, Florida has a pretty interesting running game when utilized properly, but I see a lot of interesting matchups that are being underutilized by Florida State, especially on wide receivers. There's slot receivers that I'm not really seeing being utilized by Florida State. And I know it's early in the game, but it'll be nice to see what Florida State's passing game looks like so we can see if they can match up against Florida's defense, especially on pass defense. Halfback number 23 is going to run it in for a first down. It's the Sunshine Showdown here in the national semifinals.
For this Florida, where this, one spot is taken up by 2 Florida teams. Only one team can make it into the finals. Do you think that these teams, the way how they played throughout the tournament, was going to get to this point here?
Well, I felt like I've done a disservice. I've been calling this tournament so far the college football tournament. This should be the Florida State Championship featuring USC.
I was going to say the Florida Invitational.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's like a high school Florida State tournament with the big programs, and USC from California just invited their way down here. I don't know.
Were you surprised by the elimination of Oklahoma?
Well, look, I think Oklahoma had a ripe opportunity to sneak their way in, possibly as a 4th seed. but they couldn't get it done when it was necessary, and it cost them a very
Oh my
good
goodness!
game.
Oh,
And right there was a really good run by the halfback. And
I'm really surprised by what you said about Oklahoma because they, honestly, to be honest with you, they were playing down the competition that came back to bite them in that Notre Dame game.
Wide receiver 89 gets the ball for 7 yards.
And as you can see here, Florida State moving, chipping away at the possession, moving down the field as number 89 was able to get the first. And they're going to keep the chains moving. Let's see what's going on here. And that was down the end of the first quarter.
That was fast.
Yeah, this game is going by fast. Florida State up by a safety as we get ready for the second quarter.
Do you think this is going to be like a defensive throwdown between these Florida schools?
It can be because, like I said, Florida's defense has been the reason why they're here at this point. But their offense is kind of hit and miss. They gave up another first.
And the number 80 was able to run through the middle and get a successful reception.
Now, what do you think Florida's defense has to do? Do they continue to do what they've been doing to get to this point, or do they switch it up?
Why do they need to change? I think that Florida State has to be responsible of responding to the defense's blitz packages that's being thrown out on Florida. I mean, they're throwing it right out there. If they're able to put out some, productive screens, then, Florida State can do something. Speaking of which, look at the halfback number 8.
Uh-oh.
Was someone listening?
I guess so.
They heard the memo upstairs in the booth?
I guess so. It's his 1st and 10.
And number 4 is going to run it up the middle, get about 8 yards.
Yeah, good. Wow, yeah, 8 yards.
So that's going to be now 2nd and 2. And Florida State is trying to chomp down as they make it into the red zone with about 3:47 in the second.
Let's see what they do now. It's 2nd and 2. Ball on the 12-yard line, and they're not going to get it.
That linebacker, number 51, was eyeing him from the jump and just couldn't get anything out of it.
They're 0 for 2 for third down conversions.
It's 3rd and 3. Quarterback number 9 steps back.
And
they're
something.
The safety, number 9, was not going to just sit there and allow the ball to float.
This could be a pick six.
Florida is going all the way down the field, and that's going to be a Gators touchdown.
Wow, a pick six going the length of the field. That had to be at least 90-plus yards.
Got to be at least 85. No, that's definitely going to be about 97 to 100 yards.
He went from end zone to end zone.
It's literally end zone to end zone, number 9. With the key defensive pick.
What I tell you, Florida's defense, what did I tell you? They're clamping down on these receivers. And this man with the length of the field, he's got to be tired.
Florida State is shocked by what just happened. And it looks like Florida's going to take now a 5-point lead in the second quarter in our national semifinals.
They're proud of number 9. He did what he needed to do. That had to be at least close to a 100-yard touchdown. As Florida State gets the ball back, I mean, it's still early. It's only the second quarter. They're only down by 5
if
points.
Florida wins that game, I think he's going to be eligible for that game ball.
Who are you telling? It's his first down and 10 with about 3:06 left to go in the first half. Florida State has the ball.
Number 9 is going to hold on to it, get it to number 4.
Nowhere.
And the defensive tackles were just ready. And that's a loss of 2. And Florida State's going to have to deal with that now at 2nd and 12. Number 9 steps back. The tackle number 2 was gunning him.
And he drops the ball.
And had to do something with it. It was a good thing it wasn't gone for a sack. Now it's 3rd down. In terms of 3rd down conversions, not looking pretty good for Florida State. Gives it to number 4. Number 4 is going to try to do something, but it's the cornerback, number 14, that's not allowing any movement from the halfback to occur. Nothing gained.
That's going to be a quick 3 and out by Florida State. As they're going to punt the ball back to Florida with 2:13 left to go in the first half.
Number 4 is going to get the ball. Doesn't move much.
And goes backwards, actually. Let's see. Oh, no, number 4 is hurt.
And doesn't look good. Could be something with his wrist. We're hoping that it's not going to be something that will take him out for the entirety of the game. It's still the first half. And the quarterback, number 12, was trying to get something out of it, but had to let it loose. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, ball up pretty much midfield.
He's going to go for the play action, and that should have been picked.
Yeah, luckily.
Number 5 had it in his hands. It should have been a pick.
Yeah, luckily the defender had butterfingers, and he dropped the easy pick. That could have been a pick six if nobody was there. And let's see what happens now. It's 1st and 10.
A first down. Should have been a pick, but here we are.
Let's see what happens.
Number 12 gets it to the halfback. Number 23 doesn't go anywhere, loses 3 yards. It looks like with 4 receivers out, couldn't get it out at all. And that could have been a near sack, but good enough for just a loss of 0.
Florida State's defense actually starting to clamp up now. It's now 33. Can they make Florida go 3 and out? And it's going to be knocked down.
Reflected by number 27. Number 4 and number 92 are applauding the effort on the defense. And it looks like the ball is going to be punted back to Florida State. And we just got an update on the wide receiver. Number 4 strained his back, and he's not going to be returning.
That might not be good for Florida. He's one of the key reasons why they made it this far. But hopefully he'll be all right, ready for the next game if they make it to the championship game.
Well, here we are. It looks like it's going to be Florida State that's going to get the ball back. They're only down by 5 with 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they get the ball out. Number 9 is going to step back.
And it's another pick!
And number 15 gets another opportunity for a Florida touchdown.
Florida State's quarterback's got to be frustrated.
They're going to settle for that pick. And right now, number 12, with excellent field position, doesn't make use of it, loses 5 yards. But again, a very great reception by the cornerback, number 15. He steps back. I don't know how he was trying to float that in there. 2, 3 defenders.
Another third down for
They're
Florida.
0-3 in terms of third down conversions. Now would be a good time to do it.
And it's only getting the ball right
What
back.
a wasted opportunity by Florida.
They
The
get-
tight end number 11 is going to take a little bit and stop him right there.
And the coach is not happy. I don't know what the hell the quarterback was doing. He
What
gave the
a
ball.
wasted opportunity by Florida.
Exactly. Gave the ball right back.
Number 9 steps back, has some time.
Another pick!
And the linebacker, number 51,
And it's a touchdown!
and it's a pick 6 by number 51 for Florida. Another Gators touchdown. It looks like the defense is generating the offense in this national semifinal.
What? Another pick 6, 2 in the first half. 2 in the first half alone.
It doesn't look like your TV or your phone or however you're watching it is messed up. No, it's just a very awkward game, mostly dominated by the team's defense. But it's all Florida in the first half.
And look at the game track now. Look at this. The first pick 6. And the second, another pick. And now this is the other pick 6. 3 interceptions. Reminding me of the Oklahoma game.
It's very sad because if Florida State can really, take control of how they're throwing it out in the air, things can turn around. But you know what? It's starting to run out pretty quickly. We're about to go into the second half.
There's 17 seconds left. I don't know why they're wasting time. I don't think they're going to get the ball. I think they're just going to take us to half.
I mean, if they want to do that, then they can just simply kneel and call it a day. I don't know why they're trying to burn the clock out. But, hey, it looks like they're going to try to go for one more play. Number 9 throws it out, gets it to the wide receiver. Just a gain of 5, and that's it. That wraps up the first half.
I don't know what the hell they killed the clock for that for. I mean, I thought they were going to throw a Hail Mary, but clearly that wasn't the case. And then you see they're jaw jacking each other. A little tension here. I mean, these are 2 rival Florida teams. As we go into halftime, could you believe it that Florida defense is the reason why they're in this game? It's now 14-2 going into the half.
It's not an exaggeration. It's a very interesting moment where both teams' offense are not doing much, and the defense is doing both the defense, the offense. Heck, I wonder if we can get somebody doing special teams.
I mean, look at what's going on in the first half.
All Florida State can do is wonder, how are we letting the Florida defense dominate on both sides of the field?
Well, let's see what happens in the third quarter. I mean, like I said, it's still early. I mean, the Florida State's not out of it yet, but they start kind of clamp down and start making better decisions on offense.
Well, they get the ball back here in the third quarter, and right now the quarterback is going to try
And
to hold
oh my
on to it.
goodness.
Doesn't do much. In fact, loses 5.
And the sideline is not too thrilled.
I don't know what number 3 was trying to do. I mean, there was defenders everywhere. There was not much movement by going up the middle of the line.
Oh, he almost
Throws it out, and number 80 was able to receive that.
He's going to be gone.
That is a seminal touchdown.
And they're right back in the game.
Talk about a very great executed play by Florida State. We got to see that again. I wish we could see that again. That was an 80-yard reception by number 80.
What a coincidence. 80 for 80. Man, a movie. And the Florida Seminoles are right back in this game, only down by possession. It's now 14-9.
2 plays, one for 80 yards by number 80.
And they kick the ball back to Florida. Florida falls for the fair catch. Does Florida have to start putting on the? Do they have to start putting the gears on, or they got to keep just playing the way they're playing?
Florida doesn't need to do anything but just keep playing the way they are and manage the clock effectively. They're playing with the house's money. They know that they are the better team, at least by tournament standards. And the way they're playing right now, they're reminding Florida State that number 8 ranking might not necessarily be a fluke, but it might make them look a little overrated.
But that 25 Florida, like I said to you early in this tournament, they do not play like a 25 ranked team.
No, they don't. They play more like a top 15, maybe a top 10 team.
Fighting for extra yards. It's an 8-yard game, 2nd and 2.
It's now 2nd and 2 with 3:35 remaining in the third. Quarterback number 12 is going to try to get it to the halfback number 23. Will do so. Get it up from the right side. And that's going to be just enough for a Gators first down. And it looks like they're going to stick to number 23. Again, up on the right side. Gains about 4, 5, no, about 6. So that's going to be 2nd and 4. And they're going to try to keep moving down. They're gaining decent yard field position. They're going to slant it to the left. Halfback number 23 tries to hold on, but a double hit, especially the last one from
now he's down.
And now number 23, pretty much an anchor of the Florida's running game.
But they get the first down anyway.
He's out, but number 33 delivers with another Gators first down. We're going to keep it on the ground. With about 2:44 remaining in the third quarter, number 33 is going to get the ball back again, but there's at least 2-3 Seminoles just waiting for him, and that's a loss of 2.
It's now 2nd and 12. They give it back to 33. 33 gets positive yards.
Only about 2 or 3 makes it 3rd and 9. Crucial play. They're going to throw it out in the air. Primary is number 11, the tight end. And tries to get it.
And another pick!
And number 11 read that like a storybook, and that's another interception.
He went upstairs.
The halfback is dealing with an elbow issue. He's going to be gone for about maybe a quarter, maybe 2.
Oh, no! A big play!
But there is a flag. I'm thinking that might be holding on the offense, but let's hear from the... Yep, it looked like it is holding, and that's going to be against the Seminoles. And it's going to be a first down reset play, but it's going to put them now at 12. It's 1st and 12. And right now it looks like Florida has made the decision to keep them on the field. There is a pretty high risk for a re-injury, but Florida is going to roll the dice on it. Right now it's a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5, 89 with a 6-yard reception.
It's now 2nd and 5, a minute 27 left to go in the third.
And it looks like the halfback number 4 is going to have it.
He gets the first.
He's going to keep on moving. Now, that was a very interesting move. Traffic on the left side decides to go for it.
He should have went straight.
The linebacker number 51 read that like a book and was able to stop him.
Why did he just go straight? He would have gone.
Interesting decision. Doesn't really help Florida State on that one. Now they're down 2 yards. Number 3 is going to hold on to it with a baseball slide. Makes it 3rd and inches. And right here, a very crucial play for Florida State. They're going to take it in the air. 84 was wide open, and that's going to be a first down for the Seminoles.
They keep the chains moving. 17 seconds left to go in the third. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Quarterback number 3 is going to try to throw it out. Will do so. Stops the clock.
Yeah, they don't have to use any timeouts. It's 11 seconds left. They have time for at least 2 more plays if they do this right.
And again, it's only transitioning into the fourth quarter. But Florida State is trying to get some decent yardage before we end the quarter. Number 84 is going to get that first down.
They stop the clock. They got time for more plays.
Very smart play, working the sides of the field. And number 3 has to be pretty happy about that reception. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
They only have 113 yards.
Well, look, it looks like it's a harsh reminder that when the defense has to do the work, you're going to have to figure out a way to let the offense generate some level of movement. And that's something that we're not really seeing on both sides, but Florida State is worse on this.
This is true. We're back here for the fourth quarter. 2 teams are back now. Only one team can make it into the finals. Let's see what happens here. It's still anyone's game. I mean, this game can turn around.
It's less than a possession. I mean, one mess up here on the fourth quarter can be the big ending for one of these 2 teams. And number 4 is holding on to the ball, going to move about 4 yards, and that's now going to make it 3rd and 4.
The halfback was really fighting for those yards. 3rd and 4. Let's see what they do here.
Quarterback steps back, and 51 was hunting him down. Did you see what he did there?
He knew where he was going. Oh, they're going for it.
Well, where they are right now, they just need 2 yards. A very crucial move. And number 3 is waiting. It's going to hold on to it, and that's going to be a turnover on downs from the Seminoles.
They should at least try to kick the field goal at the very least.
They were at least in a 40, 45-yard kicking situation, and now it's Florida's ball. Number 23 is going to hold on for it for about 6 yards. Makes it now 2nd and 4.
All Florida really has to do is kill the clock. Time is on their side. They don't really have to do much. They're gonna look like they're gonna keep it on the ground.
I mean, this is the right thing that Florida has to do. They're not in a position where they need to overextend themselves. I mean, if they hold on to the ball, make some smart movements, moving down the field, maybe a long pass is needed, but mostly mid to low range passes, but some good running moves. They can milk the clock, maybe get 3 to 6 points, and definitely secure the win. And look at that. It's another first down for the Gators.
And the time keeps going.
And it's going to keep on moving. And now number 23 sees number 27, got away with it, but number 11 was right there on the side.
He only got 3 yards, but like I said, the time keeps going. Pretty soon, Florida State might have to start using their timeouts.
6 seconds, 5, 4, and now number 12 gets it out. Number 23 doesn't make much of a movement. It's now 3rd and 9, crucial play. They're going to throw it out in the air.
I don't know why they do that. Just kill the clock.
I mean, they want to secure a first down here.
Oh my goodness!
But they gave it away back to the Seminoles. If this is a running theme of this national semifinal, is that everyone just comes in with gifts. They just love to give things away. What is going on with these teams?
These quarterbacks have not been playing good. It's the defense that's been showing out today. You say that again.
This is the weirdest moment that I've been sitting here throughout this tournament where I'm just hoping to see a really good executed play on the offense. And that's going to be a gain of about 4. It's now 2nd and 6. I don't know. Like, I want to say this is a good game, but I don't mean it in a positive way on either team's offense.
And they're going to lose yards there.
It's now 3rd and 11, a loss of 5. And now Florida State, not looking good on 3rd down conversions, is going to try to do it 3rd and long. And look at the
goodness.
Loss of 12, and they're still on the field.
They have no choice.
With about a minute to go, if the Seminoles can get something going, they're throwing deep, and it's going to
my goodness, he got it!
Number 80 gets it,
and it's a touchdown! Oh my goodness!
This is ridiculous.
You said you wanted offensive play, you got
The
it!
Seminoles are now, for the first time ever in the league,
but they don't get the 2-point conversion.
They will not gain 2 points, but they do have a lead with less than 60 seconds to go in the game.
Florida has to get down the field.
Florida must be pissed because for the first time ever, the Seminoles have a lead with less than a minute to go. They're gonna have
to safety early in the game.
They're gonna have to do something big on this possession right here. Florida needs to do something here to win it all.
Oh my goodness!
And that could have been the match for Florida. Here it goes. Number 12 holds on to it. 85 is going to get it for another first down. Florida has 3 timeouts to go, so they're able to do something with the clock.
But Florida State, they call a timeout, so they had to get that play ball. 45 seconds left. They got to get in field goal range.
I mean, they need at least 30 to 35
yards. What are they doing?
Number 23 runs it, burns the clock, and wastes a timeout because of it.
40 seconds left.
They're 1 in 7 in 3rd-yard conversions, and they need something big here. As it's 3rd and long, fakes it, steps back, throws it to the side. What in the hell was that by Florida? Do they not realize that they are about to lose the game in 34 seconds if they don't move down the field? This is the final offensive play for Florida, and this is going to be a devastating one.
It goes down. They caught it.
And number 85 was able to make one of the biggest receptions of the match.
And they called time.
And
no.
And here we go.
This is what happened to Oklahoma.
And now, right now, we see a challenge.
Let's see.
I mean, with less than a minute to go, and it goes to the
he got it. His feet is in.
But the right foot was able to stay inside. The left foot was also there. I don't see any reason why it needs to be reversed.
This play's got to stand.
And Florida with a devastating blow to the Seminoles. The Seminoles was holding on to a 1-point lead with 28 seconds to go. It looks like the Gators are going to turn it around.
Gets a good touchdown!
Halfback number 23 for a Gators touchdown. Doesn't really matter. I think that wasn't really much of a late hit. That was just him doing a glorious flip to the end zone.
I apologize for that, folks.
And the Gators are going to go up by 6.
That could be the game-winning play that sends them to the
Florida
finals.
State is devastated by that blow. That reception by number 85 really struck a blow for the Seminoles. They get the ball back at the 5. Number 5 holds on to it, makes it to about, 25 near 30?
So they got to go the length for the field, and with 2 timeouts for about 21 seconds.
Well, hey, if there's any positives, they have timeouts.
2 at that.
They have timeouts, so they can guarantee at least 2, maybe 3 plays. I would say 3 plays. And if they can try to do something with 3 plays and capitalize, where they can try to make it down the field, they can do something here.
No,
but the blitz was too much.
2nd and 20.
That's a loss of 12. And now it's 2nd and 22 with 19 seconds to go in the match. Number 3 is going to step back, avoiding a possible. He holds on to it. He avoids the safety.
And he gets sacked again.
And was still trying to scan the field to see if there was something.
And they pulled their
9 seconds to go.
Why did not call it time? I think
they're going to go for it. And here they are.
This is the game right here,
game. And here comes the deep bomb. And it's not going to make much of a difference.
Going to the championship.
Florida is going to move on to the national championship of the CFT for NCAA13.
Well, can you say that was a game?
What a game by Florida. Florida State, at one moment, with about a minute to go in the 4th quarter, was going to move on and upset Florida in the tournament and move into the national championship. But Florida does not allow it. They're moving on as one of the 2 champion players.
And this was the play of the game. This 100-yard pick 6. This was the game this is the play that changed everything, folks. And I can't believe to say it, but Florida, their defense has sent them to the championship game. And for the Seminoles, that's all she wrote.
I mean, the Seminoles had its charm in the beginning. They were able to get a safety and remind people that the Seminoles defense is just as good, but not as good as Florida's, because Florida was able to get some key stops, and with that devastating throw, going down 85 yards. I mean, wow.
Yeah, well, folks, that's it. We're headed to the finals. Florida's there. Who will beat them there?
It's going to be USC versus UCF, Central Florida. That's the 1st versus the 4th seed. The winner of that will face Florida in the national championship. And we're going to be in Arlington, Texas, playing at Texas Stadium.
Well, folks, for that other guys' Brownsville game, and once again, it's Sunshine Showdown winners is Florida as they head to the CFT Championship.
Congratulations to Florida. Thank you to the Seminoles for a great game. This is BVG, along with that other guy, thanking you for watching the national semifinals of the CFT.